The Karaman civil war had concluded with the death of Burhanuddin and the capture of Laranda by the new Beylik, Bedreddin, having ended his younger brother's line in the Karaman dynasty. Now only two remained to contest power over the realm. Now with his father in control of Konya, Fakhreddin Ahmed was in command of the southern domains of his house, inheriting his father's conflict with the Christians. Alaeddin, not wanting to disobey his brother and Beylik, began his move northwards to expand into the north, where great gains could be achieved for his line, allowing his descendants to contend over the future of the state. But before that could be achieved, Kayseri in the northeast would have to be dealt with, where a strong rebel force was stationed, raiding nearby lands, including Karamanid ones. His son, Ali, went with him in this campaign. Beylik Bedreddin, after crushing roaming peasant forces, began to reinforce his northern borders with new watchposts to reinforce his newly established position. Good for him was that the Amit and Tegebegs had won the dispute of the western lands against the Osman Begs, leaving him with room to rest and build his power. Having doubts of the Eretna Beg's intentions, Alaeddin sent diplomats to their lands to establish trade relations, leaving room for Ali and Alaeddin to march east to Kayseri, an area that the Eretna Begs coveted for years now. By the end of the year 1336 of Yeshua, a revolt on the Armenian lands led to the uprising of a new state, that of the Dul-Qadir Begs, who captured Cilician regions by proclaiming their new state, leaving the Armenian kingdom in disarray, making them leave their western ambitions and weakening their defenses. Upon reaching the borders of Kayseri, reports came in of Eretna and Armenian forces making their attempts on the castle. The commander of the Armenians was none other than Grigor Ethunidian, the one who lost years prior in the Battle of Nevseri against Alaeddin and Ali. Instead of attacking straight away, Ali and Alaeddin waited near the castle to see the unfolding of the events before making a proper assault. Back in Alayhe, Fakhreddin gathered a small force to deal with the Christian remnants in the western fort that were able to hold for years. After the fall of the region to the Turks, previously, the Karamanids were hoping to appease the rebel Christians, but since they began to raid trade lines that came from the Amid and Tekebegs, they had to be destroyed for the stability of the region. After months of conflict, the Kayseri and Eretnabegs had expelled Grigor from the region, leaving Ali and Alaeddin with full reign to make the assault. However, they first tried to reason with the master of the castle, Hemin the Min, to surrender the Karamanid authority and become their vassal. For months, they discussed a possible deal, while Ali began to capture the southern fortresses in the border of the Cilician realm. Knowing what was going on, Emin broke any type of deal with Alaeddin, leaving him to siege the castle of Kayseri. Ali soon joined his father in the siege, and preparations to assault its walls began. Bedreddin, by the year 1339, seeing the weakened state of the Armenians due to the Dulkadir Beg's uprising, began to gather his forces in Konya and Ladanda for an attack on Silivka. Meanwhile, Fakhreddin was able to starve the Christian rebels into surrender, executing its leaders and selling the rest into slavery. Over at Kayseri, Alaeddin had begun his assault of the castle, where Hemin was his commander. Kayseri's walls were heavily damaged due to Grigor's assault, but its defenders were highly skilled and equipped, giving Alaeddin a hard time. Hemin sallied several times out of Kayseri to disrupt the siege attempts of the Karamanids, leading to many losses for the besiegers. Being well supported from the walls, Emin was rapidly beating back Alaeddin's forces, leaving him to call back his men. The rebels used this opportunity to sally out once more with their cavalry and inflict heavy losses to the retreating Karamanids. This unexpected defeat made them in renown rise in the region. Luckily to Ali and Alaeddin, they were able to escape unharmed, ready to avenge their defeat and conclude their ambitions over the Northlands. However, when they arrive at their settlements, Aziz, Aladdin's youngest son, gave his father new letters from the Beylik, demanding to make a move upon the north, making him proceed for Kisahir, leaving his oldest son, Ali, to continue the campaign against Emin in Kayseri, where new Cilician forces had emerged to attack the settlement. The Beylik, Bedreddin, at the time had arrived in the border regions of Silifke, making his first assaults on the territory by sieging a rebel Armenian fort that had broken away from Armenian rule. This would give Bedreddin a foothold on the region for future campaigns. And with the weakened state the Armenian borders were, there weren't any formidable forces that could contend with the Karamanids. Upon its capture, Bedreddin went back to Konya with his army, leaving garrisons along the way for his inevitable attack on Silifke himself. His influence had begun to spread in the peninsula, and with his rule, the Karamanids would seek conquest over all the lands of Anatolia.